turn to page 6 of your packet. I want to start the conversation with the Boogie Down Productions from South Bronx. And I want to look at the question, can the location play an active role? So my conversation starter is, it seems to me that the Bronx is not just a place. It's not just the place where things happen. It's just not just the location. But it seems to be almost that, you know, the Bronx sort of generated hip hop according to this text. So it seems when I'm looking at this text, when near the bottom of the page, he's saying they tried again outside in Cedar Park, far from a streetlight made the place dark, but yo, they didn't care, they turned it out. I know if you understand what I'm talking about. Remember Bronx River Rolling Thick with cool DJ Red Alert and Chuck Chill Out in the mix. It seems to me that the place is so important that, you know, if you were there, you were part of it. So it seems that the location really drove the art form, that really drove the emergence of hip hop. What do you all think about that idea that the Bronx really sort of gave birth to hip hop?
I agree with that. I think Bronx is where hip hop is beginning from, the idea of hip hop, which is why I like this poem specifically. I mean, the text specifically. So, you know, basically it's saying like people from other places who try to like say, oh, that the Bronx started from other places is false because it started from the Bronx. So it's kind of like disrespectful to talk about the Bronx started from somewhere like Queens or Brooklyn or wherever you wanna put it.
I wanted to add what she said. So yeah, like I think because there was a lot of pain during like the 70s and 80s in the Bronx, like people had expressed that pain, and one way was through music, and that's how, you know, hip hop started, and how the lyrics and like the beats and stuff like that, because people just wanted to get away from the issues and problems, and just feel alive again, even though, you know, once the music stops, they have to go back to reality.
Yeah, it's also a well-known fact that hip-hop was born in Sedgwick Avenue, which is in the Bronx. And Grandmaster Flash, he was in the show The Get Down. And The Get Down basically it illustrates how hip-hop was, how hip-hop impacted the Bronx, how it impacted the culture. Because like what Alexandra said, the Bronx was going through like a terrible time with the buildings burning, and they were not getting a respectable amount of attention. So they used hip-hop to like basically as an outlet, or like as a voice. Or this song is used as a voice, I believe.
Oh, so Guillermo, are you referring to the message?
Yes.
The message song? So can we draw that into the lyrics a little bit deeper? Maybe we can start with the hook. It's like a jungle sometimes. It makes me wonder how it keeps on going under. What does that say about the place? Like, how can we connect that to what we've been talking about so far?
It's like what I was saying before, like how the Bronx was in turmoil, because how the Bronx was in turmoil because of the attention they weren't receiving. Like they were burning down buildings for money. So like that just made the people in the Bronx like reckless and like ruthless. So that's why they called it a jungle. That's why they called it a jungle 4 times or 5 times. I think it's a hook. He said like a jungle sometimes, like a jungle sometimes. So yeah, that's where he gets that reference from like the turmoil that was caused by the buildings burning. So, yeah.
I want to talk about what Alexandra said when she was talking about how it was kind of like an outlet. And I want to go back to the text, the message. It says, got a bum education, double-digit inflation, can't take the train to the job, there's a strike at the station. So when you were saying like to get away from the problems of the Bronx, what Guillermo was saying is like basically that's what the hip hop did in the Bronx since there was so many problems during the 70s. People couldn't go to school or go have a job or so because of everything that was going on and all of the problems. So their job or something that entertained them was hip hop and music.
I agree. They use hip hop as hope, like something to keep them also confident, like have entertained at the time because, like she said, Billy was getting burned. There was no school. They didn't have nothing to do, so they use music as hope.
Okay, so you're mentioning this idea of hope. Is that something that you can see in the text at a specific point? Is there something about the language of either Grandmaster Flash or from the Boogie Down production song that really talks about that idea of hope, or maybe to extend that idea, maybe pride?
Yeah, in the message, I feel like we have a whole hope, like, to give money, cause at first in the beginning it talks about how like they don't feel comfortable, like they don't feel comfortable in school, like, cause the teachers a jerk, he must think I'm a fool, and he said, I think it'd be cheaper if I just got a job, learn to be a street sweeper. So like they feeling like they should settle for less, but then, like if you continue looking down to the next page, it said a child is born with no state of mind, aligned to the ways of mankind, and then it goes down to saying, yo, admire all the numbers, book takers, thugs, pimps, and pushers, and the big money makers. And 2 more lines down it says, you want to grow up to be just like them. And I feel like that's where the sense of hope comes from, like, because the environment we live in is like a jungle, so like we feel like and he also said it makes me wonder how I keep from going under. So you could tell that there's this sense of pressure of him like going under and falling into the jungle and just being a product of the jungle. And I feel like that's where the hope comes from. Like people, they living in this environment that is horrible for them and that is hard to get out of. And they see these people from their community, a product of their environment, such as these thugsters and big money makers. Like they want to be just like them because they see that it's working for those people in their environment, so they want to do the same. And I also like this text because as I read it, I see a lot of similarities from back in the 70s that still can compare to what's happening now in the Bronx. Like it doesn't change. Like people, when they feel like they're no good, their last hope is just staying in their environment and becoming a product and making money by resorting to the streets or the jungle.
I agree with Christian because I feel like most people in the Bronx or minority, they don't have like positive role models. There's not so positive influence on them, so they tend to go for whoever is making money. They affiliate money with success. So if you're making money, you're automatically just successful, no matter where it's coming from or how you're getting it. So everyone's about like wanting to make money and wanting to do whatever they can to get that success, to get that taste of richness. And since they come from so much poverty and pain, anything that helps them get out is an outlet to them. So they look up to the people who are like successful in quotations, because like even though they're considered rich, being rich isn't really like being successful to me as a person, because money, you could lose money any day, anytime. You just like you could lose your life any day, anytime. So it depends how you get your money and whether or not you work hard for your money. That's what I consider successful. But like when you're in a place where like there's no hope and like you're just trying to get out, any bit of success is a lot to you.
Yeah, I want to piggyback on what Noah was saying. Because in the message, Grandmaster Flash says, thugs, pimps, and pushers, and the big money makers, people just want to be like them. So it goes back to what she was saying, like, these are their role models, the thugs, pimps, and pushers, because they're the ones that are big money makers. They're the ones that are living the best out of all the people there. So everybody's in poverty, and they're the ones living the best of it. You know, they're pimping females, they're selling drugs and all that. But can I connect it to like present tense? Like present?
Sure. Yes.
Yeah, so his artist, a Bronx artist, called A Boogie. I mean, his name's Artist, but we call him A Boogie. And he sang one of his songs that he don't want to be no broke boy, selling dimes for a dope boy. He want to be on the road, selling out shows. So basically, he doesn't want to be a drug dealer because his role models are like people like French Montana, people like Fat Joe, like other Bronx artists who made it out are setting a better example for younger people. So he doesn't want to be a dope. He doesn't want to be a drug dealer. He wants to be an artist. He wants to be something prosperous.
And like
I
to
want
add,
to go